listen, everybody was gung-ho about trying to maybe push the vote onto Zucker. And as far as I'm aware, yes, Kylie is a number, but she was Lex. Like their thoughts, their strategies all played into one, and there's no way in hell that I'm gonna let that slide to another round. So yes, I took the next big fish. I put her name out there to take the next big fish out of the water and make an even better pond for myself to flourish and hopefully get closer in the game.
Welcome, Final 7. The end game is so close, you can taste it. A majority is easier to assemble with few players left. Everyone is trying to determine their winning Final 3 scenarios. And for our Final 7 All-Stars challenge, we have a fun treat. Are you ready to get to your next immunity challenge? Once again, immunity is up for grabs, and you'll be playing Coconut Toss. Here's how it works.
Everyone will start the challenge with 6 lives. Your goal is to be the last person standing and to eliminate the other players by chopping one of their lives. The way you chop a life is by tossing a ping pong ball in a solo cup. Each round, you will be able to toss 4 balls at 3 solo cups. The number of cups with ping pong balls in them corresponds to the number of lives you can chop from your competitors, with a max 3 per round. If you make a ping pong ball into all 3 cups, you are safe from losing that round. The order of chopping lives each round will be randomized initially. Each subsequent round, the player at the top of the order will be moved to the bottom. You are out of the challenge when you lose all of your lives. If you are able to remove lives in a round but lose all of your lives before your turn, you are out and cannot remove any lives. After someone is removed from the challenge, we will change the cup setup orientation. The challenge will continue until there is 1 person remaining.
That person will win immunity and guarantee themselves a spot in the final 6. For the rest of you, one of you will be the 12th person voted out of this game and the 5th member of our jury.
Okay. Round 1. Survivors ready. Go. Throwing balls at cups. It's very simple. I'm thinking there might be a learning curve for some of these people. And when they're done, they'll show us with a card how many cups got ping pong balls in them.
I don't have a card for 0, so...
Yeah, just don't show up anything for 0.
So Karen can't give a chop, so Maddie, give a chop.
I'm gonna chop Garsow.
Okay. Austin M.
Let me give old Garzo a chop. Sorry, fella.
Andrew.
We'll go with Austin Moorhead.
Zucker did not get one. Garsow.
Austin M.
And Simmons didn't get any. So we're leaving the first round with 2 chops apiece on both Austins. Let's get ready. It's time for round 2. Survivors ready. Go. As a reminder, it's a card showing how many cups have ping pong balls in them.
Oh, that was a big nothing burger.
Maddie does not have any, so we move to Austin Moorhead, who does not have any, which goes to Andrew, who has 1.
Hey, this time I'll go with 6. Oh, we'll start just chopping. We'll go with Mike Simmons.
Okay, Zucker got 2 cups. So, Zucker, tell us who your 2 chops.
Yeah, let me see. Let's go with 1 on Simmons and 1 on Garsow.
Okay, Garso.
Let's do Simmons.
Okay, and then Simmons, you had 2.
You make 2 ping pong balls, and all of a sudden everyone wants to chop your nuts off. Let's throw both of these on Garzo.
Round 3, survivors ready. Go.
Come on.
So that will start us this round with Austin M with 1 chop.
One was put on me. It's only fair to return the favor. So let's put 1 on Andrew.
Okay. Also, just as a reminder, Simmons did make 3, so he cannot have a chop given to him. Andrew, did you make any?
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. I'm sorry, I did get my ace up. Sorry.
Okay, you
yeah,
have 1 chop.
All right, this time we're gonna go after Zucker.
Okay, and with that, Zucker, you made 1.
All right, I may as well return the favor, and I'll give Andrew 1.
Okay. Garso did not make any, so Simmons, you're last here. So you got 3.
Andrew, because you threw 1 on me. Garzo and Zucker.
Okay. Garso is eliminated from the challenge. We will be starting round 4. Survivors ready. Go. It's a new, very small adjustment. Just cups on top now.
Oh my gosh, this is
I
so
think
embarrassing.
people got used to the last setup.
Okay, first person then will be Zucker, because Andrew would have been the first person.
I will put 1 on Karen.
Okay.
Thanks for including me in the challenge.
Next is Simmons.
I will, let's get Maddie involved.
Aw, thanks. I do better under pressure, so appreciate it.
Then Austin, you had 3.
Let's even it out a little bit. Let's give 1 to Karen, 1 to Maddie, and 1 to Zucker.
Round 5. Survivors ready. Go.
Oh, does that count? Probably not, right?
Did it go into the cup or bounce into it?
It bounced into it.
It does not count. Okay, so as a reminder, Austin and Simmons both got 3. Both cannot get coconut chops received. So with that, we are starting with Zucker.
Let's see. I will put 1 vote on Maddie.
Okay. Next is Simmons.
Oh. I wasn't prepared. Let's go 1 on Zucker, 1 on Karen, 1 on Andrew. Spread it out.
Okay.
Spread the love.
Next is Austin. Give your 3.
Let me do 1 on Zucker, 1 on Andrew, and 1 on Maddie.
And then Andrew, you have 1 to give. Karen. McKenna, can you give us a little score update as we prep for 6?
Yes. All right. Karen has 2 lives left. Maddie has 2 lives left. Austin M has 4 lives left. Andrew has 1. Zucker has 1. And Simmons has 3.
Round 6. Survivors ready. Go.
Ah, what again?
I like getting closer, but still not.
Simmons got 3 cups. He will not be able to be chopped this round. Everyone else is fair game. So round 6, that means Simmons, you're first.
Oh, I would have much rather went last.
Well,
Okay, let's go. 2 on Austin M, a third one on Austin M. No, 1 on Karen. I didn't want to be that mean.
okay. Next up is Austin M.
I'm gonna give one to Karen.
Okay, and Karen is eliminated with that. Next is Andrew with 2.
I will do even it up. I'll just do 1 on Maddie, 1 on Austin.
Let's do Austin.
And with that, Austin is eliminated as well. So Karen and Austin, you can go off camera. Okay, round 7. Survivors ready. Go. Did everyone else miss? Okay, well, Simmons, you have 2 chops.
Nobody else made one?
Nope.
No.
Andrew, you gave me one at the beginning, so we'll see you later.
Andrew's been eliminated. You have 1 more.
See you, Zucker.
Zucker's been eliminated. Okay, well, this is round 8. Survivors ready. Go.
All right.
Ooh, did you see that?
I did.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, we could show the cards anyway.
Yeah. Because technically, Maddie has her chop first.
Yeah, Maddie has her chop first.
I'd like to put 1 on Simmons, please.
Maddie gets to put 1 on Simmons.
I would like to note that was my 2nd chop that I got to do.
Simmons did
All right,
make
Simmons,
1.
where are you going?
Can I throw another one on Andrew?
All right,
No,
sure.
unfortunately, no.
Maddie.
And with that, Simmons wins individual immunity, safe from the vote, guaranteeing his spot in the final 6 and day 2 of the mini format. The rest of you, one of you is going to be the last member of the jury for day 1. Hope it's not you. It's time to scramble. Best of luck.
Worst possible timing for coconut chop. It just sucks. I feel like I am definitely on the chopping block tonight. No pun intended. And it was very apparent that I was the person that was the target, and I got a lot of chops really early and was the first person out. So it's really unfortunate. I think I'm getting painted as some kind of a challenge threat based on my performance so far, like post merge, and that seems very apparent based off of how the challenge went. It certainly went much better the first time around in my original season, because at that point it was earlier on in the merge, and I didn't really have a target on my back at that point, so I was able to make the hits where I needed to and pull out the win and kind of go under the radar throughout the challenge. But considering I had already had 2 individual immunities going into this one and had been close on some of the others, I'm not surprised at all at how it shook out.
Yeah, so the first few rounds I was actually trying, and then the middle rounds I wasn't anymore, because I was like, maybe it's just better for me not to chop anyone so that my allegiances are not revealed. But I also just legitimately sucked at it. So
I've said it once. I've said it again. I've said it again. They should have voted me out at the merge. Why didn't they vote me out? This is all stars. These guys are making rookie mistakes. Come on now. They should have voted me out when they had the chance. Now here we are again, going into final six. Um, I'm very ecstatic. I think today, it's either going to be Garsow or Karen. I want Garsow to go. I think he's good at challenges. I actually think he's a very underrated player. I think he plays the game well. I have a lot of respect for him. He just didn't make really any connections with me. So I am a little bit concerned he has an advantage or some kind of immunity idol because he's so quiet. And he's definitely very smart. So ideally, I'd like it to go Garzo and then throw the extra votes on Karen. I think Zucker's in with us right now. He has no other option. I trust him at least enough. So that's where my head's at.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right, Zucker,
Yes,
are you cool with exile? I
absolutely.
think we've shown that we are I am not bullshitting when I say that.
I'm on board 100%. And the reason why I threw like a random vote on you and
Dude,
Austin
I
was
was-
just to
I was throwing it on
that thought.
everyone.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. So no, but
Um,
that's it for me. I'm locked and loaded, ready to go.
Okay.
Anything else to report?
No, not really. Because I know any second I'm gonna get pulled out. So
Yeah.
as long as you still trust this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No,
Yes.
listen, at this point, I think, it was kind of pretty much set in stone. It looked like we were all kind of gunning for Garso just based off of making sure he didn't win again.
Yeah.
Is there a name that you prefer?
Either of the 2 or 3
Oh,
right
and
now, I
there you
am
go.
fine. If the 2 of them, or if our other 2 exile bros decide they want to go that way, then I am fine with that. But we are good. And
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I think my goal is Andrew, because I feel like assuming the vote tonight goes the way I feel it will, with it being Garso, then I perceive, again, on one hand, there's me, Andrew, as well as Simmons and Austin M as the 4 exile people. But then there's the option of, Karen kind of then being on the outs, and Maddie, who's kind of, again, included, in our group chats, but also, maybe not necessarily linked to someone. So I feel like him and I would have maybe the best position of that to stick with what we had talked about with exile, or maybe pivot.
But I think that we are basically dictating the vote at this point.
Yeah,
we have the numbers here on out.
I love our position because we're not looked at and I mean, my name's been out there, but in terms of just at this point,
every single time we have had to, and I, I'm glad that you and Simmons could talk to each other, because it had gone around that you had put Simmons' name out there. I'm glad that y'all touched base.
Yeah.
And so and I never felt like you were actually really putting his name out there. If you were, whatever. So we're good.
As for this vote, the talks I've been having seemed pretty clear in that Garso is the next target. He's making the pitch to me, use me as a vote, which I get, but obviously, just as he's proven throughout the first half of the merge, he's holding his own in immunities. Even when he's not winning, he's coming in the top 2, 3. And for my long-term game plans, I just don't see him in it. I see the 4 exile players, including me, working hard to get ourselves into this position, and at least for another round, including like this round and maybe next round, working together to get ourselves into that, top spot. And from there, we'll duke it out, but, obviously I'll keep my options open and hear what everyone else has to say. So, yeah, so the thing is, are we just doing 4? Or are we going to try and keep Maddie, let's say?
Yes. Matt, yes. So keep the 5. So Maddie and the 4 of us.
Hey, Garzo.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
Yes.
it.
Perfect. Period.
Just came out of confessional. That's the one I wanted to throw out there. Good.
Yep.
Period. And we'll get to the 6.
Hey, if he asks, tell him Karen, 100%.
Okay.
Because I'm concerned he could have an idol.
I believe the people who would have solved the advantages for the most part are probably not here anymore. And so that's what I think. I think everyone's been nervous enough that it could have been them, that they could have done it, unless Shea was correct about Andrew having an idol. Hey.
So I think this is pretty much a simple one, in my honest opinion.
Yeah. Can I put who I think it should be?
All right, what do you think?
my gut tells me that we're down to just a few options.
Right.
And
I have a name if I'll throw one out there. Garza, again, apologies because I thought this is when I did the coconut challenge the last time, everyone got me out first. So I was like, just do it, like whatever. Like
Yeah, no, I get it. It obviously
just
doesn't make me
following.
feel good going into the vote. But
100%.
like, you know, at this point, I think I have a target on my back and I'm willing to work with people, you know. I think there's a lot of people that have played similar games that are left. And I think I can be used as a number for whoever's willing to work with me and get somebody out. Because, I mean, if I do in fact have a target, then, you know, I don't have any relationships from my original season left. I've been on the wrong side of the last couple of votes here, so I'm completely open, and that's basically where I'm at right now.
Gotcha. So it obviously can't be Simmons. So is there anybody that you're thinking would be like a strong challenge presence down the road? Just someone you didn't think you'd work with a lot? Because like I want to work with you. So like I want to base my opinion on what you want to do. Because I know that you're the one that's, possibly on the chopping block here. So I want to help you.
I mean, basically, one pitch that, I can make is there's still one duo left in this game that have played together.
Okay.
Who?
And that would be Zucker and Simmons.
Okay.
Zucker was the one who, from my understanding, that leaked all of that information this morning and got that whole ball rolling.
Okay.
And the two of them have been very defending of each other in rooms when their names were getting brought up all day today. So, and I think, like I said, there's a lot of people left that have played similar games, and taking out that last and final duo that have played together is going to be, I think, a good option for everybody moving forward, just to open the floor up moving into the final six. Realistically, I think my best option at this point is to try to break up Zucker and Simmons. I wrote down Zucker's name the last two tribals and it didn't go my way, but I'm making this pitch that they're a duo. Zucker was the one who kind of got the ball rolling this morning and was leaking information, and that's what kind of blew up our majority. And he brought in those bottom three that were on the swapped Fumo, and he's been working really closely with those three, and specifically Simmons. They have played together before, from what I understand, I believe, and that's one of, if not the last combination of people who were from the same season. And I'm just making this pitch that I don't have any other connections left. There's no one left from my season, and a lot of people have played similar games that are left here, and it's time for you guys to make a move so you can distinguish your game from the other people that you've just stuck with this entire time. And I'm here to be a number for you to make that move.
What's up?
Austin, we're good.
Good.
We're on the floor. Let's go.
I think that this is, I know that, what's his name? Garza has brought your name in, so that you were the one that leaked the information. So if you just want to swap and get him out.
Yeah, listen, that's fine with me. I figured obviously he's the target just based off the order of the coconut shop challenge. So, obviously he's available now, and really just ensuring that when it gets down to six, that we have the four. Like, it's not going to be one of us. So yeah, I'm good if you're good. I talked with Simmons, talked with Andrew. we're good. Haven't spoken with Maddie yet. Maybe you have, but is she also on board?
She's on. She was, I think, trying to say his name, and he got thrown in, and we were like, because I could tell by the way that she redirected herself that. So yeah, I'm on board with it. It literally was just talking with both of them, and they both got pulled into confessionals. So I was like, okay, I'll just sit here with my hand, like it's whatever. He did bring up the fact that he knows our season, which is weird because he's perceiving you two as a duo.
Garsow is perceiving me and him as a duo?
No, Garsow is perceiving you and Simmons being a duo. That's the pitch that's being made.
We haven't played this we didn't play pretty much the whole last game.
I know. That's just what you're so okay. Okay. So
am I good?
Yeah, you're good. You cut out for a second.
Okay.
Right? Simmons, I'm laying it out there. I'm putting it on Garsow. He tried to say that you and Zucker were a duo. So
I was saying that we've never worked this whole game. How can we be a duo?
Literally. We've not had one-on-one conversation. Well, if I knew the cast a little bit better at Exile Island, I think I would have won because I would have won that final 3 challenge, but here we are. So I don't know if there's anything I got to do differently except maybe make sure I take Austin Moorhead to the finals if that happens, if I get to that spot. But I'm not going to think too far ahead. You know, it's still one vote at a time. I could easily go at the next tribal council. But my main priority right now is to keep winning immunity challenges if I can, because that's the only way to guarantee my safety. There's probably a lot of people that are going to start looking at me after this vote, like even more so, like some of my own allies. So I think this is definitely going to be an important one.
So I'm thinking, is it going to be 6-1 or are we going to do you think, I'm just trying to think of how the numbers are going to shake out. I
think that maybe somebody is going to realize that the game is not going their way and they're going to want to try to shake it up a little bit. So there might be 2 on you. Yeah. I don't want that to happen though, but there hasn't been like a straight, has there been a straight like one all vote?
The Shea vote. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe this could be the one. I think people are realizing like he's good at challenges. Like this is not
sneakily good at challenges. Like he's in the top 2-3 pretty much every time.
So
it's not winning.
I want that if you're cool with that, because I know.
I have no loyalties to him, so it's again perfect move for me. It shores up our 4.
In any other game, I'd say yes. I think people's previous game paranoia is really going to start coming to play, and it already has. You know, Simmons has been in the past. He's been kind of paranoid. He's kind of chilled out today, but I feel like he wants to do things with people that, hey, if I'm telling you that I'm doing this, I'm doing this.
What's up, Garsow?
Oh,
yeah,
I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, I'm being honest. Like I'm hearing your name, and if you have something, play it. You know, that's all I can really say. I don't know if I have the ability to sway it in any other direction. It's just that's like the momentum. And
yeah, I mean, the only thing I can really say at this point is like if the target's on me, then use me as a vote. Like if someone has something else that they want to do, like loop me in, like give me anything. I'll write down anybody's name that I have to, at this point, because I think there's a lot of people that have played really similar games that are here still left. And this is all-stars. Like people need to make some moves to distinguish their game from each other. And there's not a lot. A lot of the big targets are gone.
Mm-hmm.
We got them all out really early. And like those were all, for the most part, group majority decisions. Nobody can really claim those as their move. Like there's opportunities for people to bring me in and take a shot at someone that they think, has played a similar game to them, and, then they can get that leg up on them. That's basically all I can say is, if I've got this big target on my back, then use me for a vote and you can take me out next round. You know, that's basically where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I completely hear what you're saying. Everyone's just kind of concerned from just your connection with Kylie and your couple immunity wins. Like you're proving yourself to be very formidable.
Okay, so I think I have the best chances of working with Andrew and Simmons, but I also have a good rapport with Garsow. But based on how the challenge went, I'm gonna guess that his name is gonna pop up. So I might just have to let him go and just fend for myself and see how to not get voted out, because they're gonna start coming for me soon.
Who's in here?
It's just me, you, and Karen. It's me.
Okay.
Me, I don't
Right.
know.
What do you guys
Andrew.
want to do? You guys voted out my two favorite people, so we're great now. You guys are like my number ones now.
Was I not your number one before? Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I have
I'm kidding. No.
relationships with Kylie and Ashley, so I
It's-
just like I'm never gonna do that. So
it
good on you
is
guys
fine.
for getting them out. This is like way better for you now.
Karen,
prefer-
I will say that I am sticking to what I have told you. I am not voting for you this round.
Okay.
Like,
I also want to know, like, I've never gone against either of you. I just had more loyalty to Kylie and
absolutely.
Ashley, but they're
Good.
out now,
Oh,
so
good.
like, well, yeah, like I'm all
I
here.
am writing down Garzow's name.
Is that the route you want to go, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll do it.
That's all right. Let's.
Do you have no? Well, Karen, do you have?
I don't
Do you have anyone?
another-
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I would have rather voted for him last time, but he won the immunity challenge.
Okay, I mean, I could read the room on this immunity challenge that he was probably the one people want out the most.
That's
That's fine. Yeah,
one to go.
I'm not gonna rock the boat here. I mean, it's not like I have another idea anyway. So
Because if everything or Maddie or Karen, because if everything goes right here, now that's big if. Garzo goes home now. We have 6, and I'm in alliance. Well, I mean, basically, it's been as long as I could get my OG tribe and my Exile Island people and my Austin and Simmons thing and keep them, all here, which mission accomplished. As long as, well, no, not even that, because Garso was one of our OG tribe anyway. So, like, basically making sure that Maddie and Karen I'm good with, because in the event an advantage or something gets played tomorrow by either one of them, I can't trust they might not write my name down as compared to Austin and Simmons, where I feel like if they were to play an advantage and I were to turn on them, they would not put my name down, if that makes sense. So I feel like I'm in a great spot, but last words and all that. But like I said, mission accomplished. I wanted an Exile Island thing. I wanted my OG tribe thing. I wanted the non-threats to make it, and I feel like round after round this today, the threats have gone. And yes, the deck's going to reshuffle tomorrow, and there will be a whole new crop of threats. But I feel like we need one more. We need one more, and then we're fine. And I'm really excited.
One more to get through. And then things start getting real interesting, don't they? We see, is Maddie a hypocrite, liar? What is she? We don't know yet. So hopefully we can get through this one and we can all find out the mystery. I'm pretty sure I'm pegged as a challenge beast at the moment. So trying to pull that back a bit is actually what I'm trying to do. If you saw that, totally through that challenge. But in all seriousness, my choice to go in this one would be Garsow. I know that I can talk to Zucker. Garsow's really given me nothing. And Zucker, I know he has a relationship with my brother and I plan to use it. And so that's coming up quick and that would be my preference. And we'll see where it lands.
But obviously, just to also say, like, I threw like a vote on you, like on the coconut shop, just to obviously get the sense off.
I figured, yeah. As long as I didn't go out before Garzo, was fine with it.
Yeah. But that's still the name, right?
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Good. Yeah, no, I'm good with the 4, like the 4 exile. Let's ride it out to the end. And again, whoever wins. I'll be happy either way.
I'm saying I'm good. If I would love to just get to final 5, duke it out from there with whatever we got, and then I'm good to go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it. It'd be fun. It'd be exciting.
Yeah. Do you feel so? I haven't had a chance to talk with Maddie yet. Any reservation on her end?
No, I think she's pretty. I mean, her and I have been together and Austin Moorhead have been together. So like, I don't think she'd vote against right now. I think now next vote, I would not be surprised if she tries to come after me. But at least for this vote, she's not going to put your name down.
Okay. All right.
It's too risky. It's too risky to jump this early for her.
Yeah. Do you think, and then what about Karen? I figured Garsow's voting for me. I mean, I know Karen voted for me before, but I mean,
I'm worried about her.
Yeah. Yeah. I listen, she's the only winner. Obviously she knows what she's doing.
Yep.
So
I almost would rather go her this vote, but Garzow's way better at challenges.
Yeah, but the thing is, do you think she has some kind of advantage that if she thinks it's Garsow, that's my only thing too.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, I'm good to do whatever. I'm just throwing it out there. That's all.
I am very worried about her. I don't know if I'm worried about her for this vote because I don't know if she'd save Garsow.
But that would just mean she'd have something for herself next time. That's it.
I think that's what I'd be worried about for next tribal. But I mean, Austin, I was talking about we're good for Garza this vote. I think Karen is probably next because I think she's very scary.
Yeah, she's getting to the point where I feel like we've chopped at her tree too many times, and now she's trying to hopefully stay up. So I'm fuller. I told Garza I was coming in here to pitch Karen's name. I'm just pitching it for the next round.
Yeah, so I just told Mike, I was like, I almost would rather go Karen now, but Garzow's way better at challenges. He could go on another run. Like,
yeah,
right.
At least the challenges we've done. I mean, there could be Karen's good at challenges too, but Garzow's been pretty consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you 100%.
Like if someone brings me a name, like I'll vote that way.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, the 3 names I've heard was on yours and then Zucker and Karen. I don't know if there's one you'd rather go versus the other, but I also know, I don't know who's talking to what right now. I'm trying to see Karen, Maddie, and Andrew. Wait, that's it? Oh, the other 2 are in confessionals. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know which way I'm voting right now. I'm being dead ass honest with you. I don't know where I'm voting right now because I told you before that like I do want to work with you because I think we are similar. Like I do think you're good at challenges. Obviously,
I hope like putting a shot on you in the channel like that. I don't want you to think like that was bad by any means. Like I knew I was going to be a target going into that challenge. Like worst possible timing for a challenge like that in my situation. And
I agree.
The strategy in that is to try to take out the people who can compete with you.
I got lucky that I hit a couple threes in a row where I didn't get any votes.
In your situation and even yours too, Austin, I feel like you guys are the next up when it comes to challenge threats. If I'm out, I mean, what do you guys think your chances are of being next?
Yeah, pretty high.
Yeah, that definitely comes into play. I'm just hopefully there are no more breath challenges because
especially since we're running out of time here. Like we're going to be down to 6 after this, and people are going to be looking to make moves. And like, do you want to take the shot first and use me to make your big move versus waiting and then they get together and then it ends up being one of you guys for the same reason I'm out?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Definitely comes into play. Like I said, I really thought that I made 2 threes in a row and then I was like, shit. I knew as soon as I missed that first one, I was like, I'm out.
Who do you think we could get votes for?
The easy one, I guess, would be the person that's been floating around that had the vote. So that would be Zucker. That would be to put the votes on him.
Yeah. I am a little okay.
You got something to say?
No, I also heard Karen's name, so I wasn't sure if that was something that anybody else was thinking as well. Not that I am. I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, at this point, like if you guys are willing to make a move with me, I will vote where you guys want the vote to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to like come in here and be like, this is the way I want it to go. And because I don't have a preference, and I don't think I have the agency to pitch a preference. So I'm here if you're willing. That's bottom line for me.
Planning this round is, I think, a very simple one. There's one person on here who is very good at challenges and is not affiliated with me whatsoever. I wanted to, but again, there's no time that's going to be able to do it. I have core blocks that I have in place with people. He just doesn't fit in there. So in my mind, the vote is going to go on Garsow and unfortunately send him out of the game. Well, again,
and I think honestly, one thing specifically for you that, I'd like to say that, both of us, I think, have this kind of an underdog story, right? We were both first out of our tribes, and with me still here, I can be that extra shield for you because people can come for me for that and challenge prowess and everything, so that they don't come after you for the whole underdog thing.
Right.
So, I mean, I think things could really line up well here for us to work together finally. I know it's late in the game, and it hasn't, we haven't really always been on the same page, and we didn't get the chance to meet until merge, but
Gotcha.
I think timing's huge in this game, and I think right now is the perfect time for us to work together and like for people to make a move. People have played similar games, and like I think people need to make moves while there's still a chance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the big targets went out early in the merge, so I'm here. That's basically all I can say. Like I'm here for a number.
Yeah, I guess since you're both here, I'll just say like what's going on in my mind when I think about it. Zucker, I think, oh, who do you have relationships with? And Garsow, I think, oh, we don't quite have a relationship yet. So those are what I'm weighing in my mind and trying to figure out where to place my vote tonight.
So if I make it through this vote and make it to tomorrow, I've got some other stuff going on tonight, so I don't know how deep I can get into conversations with people, and I don't really know who to trust anymore because I'm starting to think that Simmons was the leak and not Zucker. So I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll just play it Sandra style tomorrow and have no allegiances to anyone, and just also, since it's a mini, I might just like go into rooms tomorrow and be like, Maddie put out your name and said this, and maybe I'll just like make some stuff up and just stir the pot so people are fighting with each other and not looking at me. But I got to make it that far to do stuff like that, and yeah.
Okay, final 7. Let's welcome the jury. Lex, Shea, Ashley, and Kylie last voted out. So here we are. Here we stand at final 7, and we had the good old coconut chop challenge. And you know what? If he wanted to or not, Simmons was on fire in that challenge. So Simmons, talk to us about what that getting that immunity meant.
Pretty important, I'd say. I mean, I don't think anybody likes their nuts chopped, but I certainly don't. So, enjoyed. It was a good challenge and just one I happen to be pretty decent at. And I don't know. It comes at a good time.
And Zucker, you were one of the earlier people taken out from it. Is there any merit to take from how people go out when in this type of challenge?
Yes and no. I mean, I think there's two sides to that coin. You had the side of, the more balls you land in the cups, the more chops you get. But then it could also kind of put a target on you, right? So, there's two ways to play it. Obviously, you can protect yourself, but then it puts yourself more in the limelight. I don't really hold too much credence to how it shook out because it kind of seemed fairly even along the way. Like there was no real, pecking order demonstrated. So I don't really personally view it as anything more than just how the game played out.
And this is now we're now in the middle of the jury phase when you don't have safety secured like Simmons does tonight. Really anything can go. Like the numbers are very slim. The chances of pulling off a massive blindside or doing something that's flashy for the jury, it's all a preference of what you think you should be doing. So Andrew, what should people be thinking in a vote like this at 7?
Like I mentioned earlier, people love to talk about their odd numbers, and I have to do this because the TV show, or not even the people that win the TV show, other people on the TV show, like Will Wall, say, oh, I have to do things like this because if I don't, then I'm not going to win. And it's like, well, no, or you can just do what you have done the entire game, and so that when you basically at this point, you have to do what you have always done. So at the end of the game, you could sit there and say, hey, this is what I did from beginning to end. No, I didn't make this, or I did do this or whatever, but like it has to be consistent at this point. You don't want to, you don't want to have to, oh, your game was all over the place. It's like, well, no, my game was very consistent from beginning to end. And you can just hope that people respect that. If they don't, fine. But I feel like that's kind of where I'm at. I've stayed as consistent as possible, and I'm hoping that, given the opportunity, I can say that. If not,
Austin Garsow, obviously, you've had a journey in this season. Like you've gotten a lot. Like you have been a player that's had a lot of adversity, and you've also had some challenge wins. But do you feel like that puts more of a target on you, or do you feel like that makes you useful as a number for a move to be made?
I mean, it's both, right? I think it's a little bit of a red herring and foolish to say that the order in which people went out in this challenge doesn't matter. I got like 3 hits, like right out of the gate. And it's no secret that that was because of how I've been doing in the competition so far. So to take me out early in the challenge says a lot, and I think there's a lot of people left in this game that have played similar games. And not to like completely contradict what Andrew said, but this is all stars at the same time. Like, you can win this game without big moves, but how do you get to the end and like think that you're gonna have a chance and split votes between people if you don't have something to distinguish your game from the other 2 people that are sitting next to you? I'm here for a vote, and that's the pitch I made. Use me as a number this round. Make a move. Get something that you can say that you specifically did. All of the big targets in this game went out very early on in the merge. That's not a move for you. That's a move for the collective. No individual person can claim that. Like, use me as a number. That's what I'm here for. And if you think I'm still a target, then you can take me out next round.
And Garsow brings a good point. Based off what you guys say in these tribal councils, almost back to back, the heavy hitters, the big threats have been going out. But Maddie, is there always a fear that by taking out more of these perceived threats, suddenly you or someone that you want to go to the end with suddenly becomes that next threat?
Well, we all know that I am the challenge threat in this room, so thanks for bringing that to light. But no, seriously, absolutely true. But, at some point the numbers get small enough that that's just what happens. And so you work through it and you work with it, and those big threats gone early, people who are experienced at this game is good for my game. So that's great. They've had experience working their way through conversations and flipping votes, and that's a tough thing to be up against. And I think we can all agree with that if you were in the end and some of the people who left today were still sitting here.
And then Karen, we are now at a point where after this vote, whoever survives this is the final 6, moving on to day 2, where very quickly we'll go for this game and be at final tribal. How hard is it to keep the approach that you want to have in this game, knowing that very quickly we're at the horizon? We're about to reach that end point of All Stars. So how does that keep changing how you want to direct your game?
I mean, I have the direction that I want to go, but if I don't know, I feel like there's just been like crosshairs on me the whole game that I can't, like, there's nothing I can do to control that. Like, yes, I won the first season, so like that's always going to be in the back of somebody's mind, but there's like nothing I can do about that. And like, it wasn't, I mean, as far as wins go, it wasn't that impressive. I'm like, I mean, like, I knew half the cast. It was a small cast. It was a mini. So like, I don't know. But so I don't know. I've just, throughout the game, I've heard that come up where like, but I think like we're getting to the point in the game where like I don't know how much that matters to people or not, but like I've been pretty straightforward with the people who I've wanted to work with, and I've always done what I've said I'm gonna do. Like I haven't been snaking around, so I hope people can see the people who I've expressed interest in working with can see my value to them in their game. Like, well, yes, this is an individual game. Like, you can't get there alone, and sometimes there are mutual interests. Like, there are things that mutually benefit people. So I guess the goal in the game is to find the most people who you can like mutually benefit with and write it from there. But I don't know. At the end of the day, like in a mini, there's only like so much you can do because there's just limited time. So yeah, I don't know if that even answers the question. But
no, it does. It does.
Yeah, also, I'm like getting tired, so.
Well, luckily, we'll be over very soon. But Karen brings up a good point about players being put into crosshairs. And obviously, people have been voted out in pre-merge, people that are on the jury right now, they were put into crosshairs, they were taken out. But Austin, what do you think is more valuable? Being the person who pulls the trigger or being the person who helps direct where that gun's being pointed?
Yeah, that's always a good question to ask, right? It's like, you know, if you want to be the one to put somebody's name out there, then it's like the easy one is just be like, well, he said that, she said that, like take it off of him. But if you're going in the direction, who's to say it's the right direction that you think it's going to go? You know, this is a train that is off the rails at this point. So it all depends on where you think the destination lies. But in the end, only you can tell where your destination will be. It's an individual game. And that's all you can do.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to say before we head to the vote? Okay. We'll get to the vote.
I can't really see myself working with you. And I know you said, oh, I'm a number, but in the end, there can only be one.
I feel like I have to vote for Garsow and just hope the majority is there. In a long game, I would not be doing this, and I don't want to do this because I like Garsow and I want to work with him, but I think we saw in the coconut chop challenge that he's on the outs. And if I try to vouch for someone 3 rounds in a row, like, I already think my name has been in people's mouths today. So I'm just hoping to get like one more round so I can like turn that around. But it's like I'm feeling the sniper on me. So it's like getting closer. This is around when they've wanted to take me out. So
Third time's the charm. This is the one name that I think, might gain some traction and potentially allow me to make it through this round.
I'll go tally the votes.
you left.
If anybody has an advantage or hidden immunity idol and wants to play it, now would be the time to do so. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. Zucker. Garsow. That's 1 vote Zucker, 1 vote Garsow. 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 That's 3 votes Garsow, 1 vote Zucker. The 12th person voted out, and the 5th member of our jury, Austin Garsow. Austin, the tribe has spoken.
Oh, good game, everybody. I truly have really gotten very happy to have played this game and really enjoyed getting to know every single one of you. Have fun, play hard, and I meant what I said. This is All Stars. I want to see an epic end to this game, and I look forward to voting for the winner.
After a grueling few rounds, your day is over.
All right, and unlike any other mini we've had, this is 2 days, so feel free to still message anyone still in the game, have Zoom calls. The rest of the day is up to you.
And we will see you all for day 2 of the mini action tomorrow and the end of our All-Star season with the same start time of 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Despite the outcome, not being what I wanted it to be, I couldn't be happier. I was so excited to play this game, and getting the chance to be on an all-star season is, that's just huge. I was so excited specifically, to come back to DCP more than anything. This was my very first game that I ever played, and I've played a few since then, and DCP feels like home to me, and I was so blessed to have the opportunity to play. I had a blast. I'm just looking forward to seeing how the rest of it plays out, and I look forward to having my stamp on the game and getting the chance to determine who ultimately does win.
All right, Austin, we have one last thing to get to, the legacy advantage. We are starting the day off with Final 6, the last time this can be played.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we willing it to?
Oh, man. 1 round short. 1 round. Wow. I gotta give it to Karen. Karen, if you're watching this, I apologize for thinking that it was potentially you that flipped on me the very first round, and I was so happy to hear that it wasn't, and I've enjoyed playing this game with you. You have been nothing but loyal and straightforward in what you said, and you've always done what you said you were going to do. And you're going to play this thing at 6, hopefully, because I think you're might be the next target up, and take one of them out.
Jury, thank you. You're dismissed for the day. We will make a Ponderosa chat. Feel free to message or Zoom tonight. It's not obligated. You're not in the game. You're good. You can take your night off. But only with your fellow jury members. And we will see you tomorrow at 10:30.
Ponderosa party. Let's go.
Hell yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.